Have you ever thought about how one single city can be a magnet, an engine, and a gateway for an entire continent? It sounds pretty wild, right? Well, today, we're talking about Lagos, and we're going to break down exactly how this African megacity's influence spreads out, from its own neighborhood to the entire global stage.
So here's how we're going to do it. We're going to look at this in 3 layers, kind of like zooming out on a map. First up, we'll see how Lagos works as a regional powerhouse. Then we'll check out its role as the engine for all of Nigeria. And finally, we'll see how it acts as the global connector for West Africa.
Which really brings up the big question, doesn't it? How on earth does one city get that important on so many different levels? Well, that's exactly what we're here to figure out together. Okay, so to really get a grip on Lagos's global power, we've got to start local. Let's dive into its most immediate circle of influence, its role as an absolute powerhouse for southwest Nigeria.
You see, at its very core, Lagos is like this incredible magnet. For millions of people all over Nigeria, if you're leaving a rural area looking for a new life, there's a really good chance you're heading straight for Lagos. The pull of opportunity is just that strong.
So what's creating this powerful pull? Well, it's not just one thing. It's the perfect mix. You've got tons of jobs for one. It's a massive transport hub with major roads and a huge seaport. It's the place to go for better schools and healthcare. And to top it all off, its economy is bigger than any other part of Nigeria.
And this isn't just about jobs and money, It's about the essentials for a good life. The fact that Lagos has more hospitals and schools than anywhere else means people rely on it for fundamental services. That really cements its importance in day-to-day life for the whole region.
All right, let's pull the camera back a bit. We've seen it as a regional magnet. Now let's look at how Lagos acts as the engine for the entire nation of Nigeria. This is where its power really kicks into high gear.
Just let this number sink in for a second. 1 out of every 10 people in all of Nigeria lives in this one city. That kind of population density gives Lagos an incredible weight that literally helps shape the direction of the entire country.
But if you think that's impressive, look at the economic numbers. It's just staggering. That 10% of the population produces almost a third of the country's entire GDP. And get this, it's home to a whopping 80% of Nigeria's industry. The bottom line, when Lagos is doing well, the whole Nigerian economy feels it.
And this economic muscle flexes big time when you look at international trade. The ports in Lagos are basically Nigeria's front door to the world. An incredible 80% of everything coming into the country and 70% of everything going out passes right through here. Now, influence isn't just about shipping containers and money, is it? It's also about ideas. And Lagos is the undisputed media capital. Most of the country's big TV stations and newspapers are based here, meaning Lagos pretty much sets the tone for the national conversation.
And that cultural power goes way beyond Nigeria. You can't talk about Lagos without talking about Nollywood. It's the heart of Nigeria's gigantic film industry, an industry that actually makes more movies than Hollywood and influences how the entire world sees Nigeria.
Okay, so you've got the people, the industry, the culture. What's missing? Oh yeah, all the money. Lagos is the financial nerve center of the country. It's where you'll find the major banks, the stock exchange, and the Nigerian headquarters for pretty much every big global company you can think of.
All right, it's time for our final zoom out. We've seen Lagos and its region, we've seen it power a nation. Now let's put it on the world map. Let's talk about its crucial role for all of West Africa and its deep connections to the global economy.
It's pretty simple, really. What Lagos is to Nigeria, it's fast becoming for the entire region of West Africa. It's the main financial hub and the most important center for information and communications technology. We're talking about the biggest market on the whole continent.
And if you need just one killer statistic to understand its importance, this is it. A massive 80%, 4 out of every 5 international flights heading to West Africa land in Lagos. Its airport isn't just a hub, it is the gateway to an entire region.
So all these factors, the trade, the finance, the airport, they all point to one specific term, a global city. And Lagos fits that definition to a T. It plays a huge role in the world economy and is home to a large and growing international community.
And the proof is right there. I mean, just look at its resume. Its main port is the 5th busiest in all of Africa. It hosts major international events from sports to business. And really importantly, it boasts one of the highest standards of living on the continent.
And that high standard of living is absolutely key to its international appeal.
It's what turns Lagos from just a big city into a real destination, a magnet not just for Nigerians, but for skilled professionals and big businesses from all across the globe.
So let's quickly recap the journey we just took. We've seen Lagos through 3 different lenses. As a regional powerhouse, it's a magnet for people and a hub for services. As the national engine, it's the undeniable economic and cultural heart of Nigeria. And as a global connector, it's West Africa's absolute gateway to the rest of the world.
And all of this leaves us with one final fascinating question to think about. Lagos is not slowing down, not by a long shot. So as this mega city keeps getting bigger, wealthier, and more influential, you have to wonder, what's its next big ripple effect going to be on the world stage?